Welcome back. I am now joined by Heights defensive lineman DeMone Green. DeMone, welcome on the show.
Thanks for having me, man. It's my pleasure to be on here.
Yeah, I've got a chance to meet you in the preseason, and then I saw you early in the year in out of district play. Always love covering Heights, love covering you. Just a great group of guys over there. So let's go ahead and start off with your recruitment, because that's a huge deal. You've been getting offers for a while now. You've got Arkansas, Houston, and Tennessee. Those are your three biggest ones. Are there any front runners right now? I know you haven't really been making all the visits that you've been like to, but is there anyone that's kind of leading the pack?
Right now, I just recently picked up a great opportunity from Rice. I'm really leaning towards Rice right now, and UIW. I still have Houston, so right now I say just based off academics, Rice is a very highly academic school. So getting opportunities like that, you can't let them go for granted. I just recently visited UIW this past Saturday. They took on Southeastern Louisiana and they got a win. So that atmosphere was crazy. Got down to the last wire. Great physical game. So with this process, with the months coming up, I plan on making my decision pretty soon.
Well, I love this because that was actually going to be my next question. You've got offers from Rice, Lehigh. You mentioned Incarnate Word. What can you say about how your performance in the classroom and being a leader there has really influenced your play on the field?
Really going into high school, my coaches just really told me that eventually those grades will pay off, and man, I've been balling out. So those grades are actually been helping me. Hearing from big schools like Lehigh, Columbia, and Rice, those schools are top tier. So I just feel like with having great grades, it just strives harder to be better on the field and be better in the classroom.
Oh, that's great. There's not many guys that will pass that Power Five. But when you see things like that, it's, sometimes a huge risk. And at the same time, maybe one of the smartest decisions that you can make. So we've got how great of an individual player you are. And now let's head to the team. You guys finished third in District 18 6A. So you're headed to the D2 playoffs again. Last year, you guys went undefeated in district, obviously first place. What do you think the biggest difference between last year and this year was?
I would say that this year we had a lot of younger guys on the team. So when we got in those tough situations, unfortunately, they didn't have that experience behind them to go out and play ball and not look at the scoreboard. So this year with having a younger group, I feel like we had to uplift the younger guys even more. So that's kind of where a lot of time went. But it's a part of the team. It's all a part of the process. We started off kind of slow, but we eventually picked things up. So going into the playoffs, I feel like the biggest thing that we can do is have great communication and execute. That's the name of the game. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this playoff run can take us.
Well, you had a nice playoff run last year. Eventually fell to Katie Taylor, but made it further than some people expected you to. That HISD district, usually pretty underrated. In 2019, that was kind of your breakout year. You guys faced the team that you'll be facing this Saturday, Memorial. What do you remember about that game?
I just remember a high atmosphere. They ran the ball heavily, and then when they got you off track with the run, they'll dump a pass here and there. So just remembering how strong they was in the run game, I feel like if we can stop the run game this week, then we should be in pretty good position to win. So this week, I'm pretty sure in practice we're going to do a lot of run stuff, a lot of things in the passing game for those slip ups. I'm ready to play ball. I don't feel more prepared going into this week. I mean, we got revenge on Side Creek last year for my first freshman year being on varsity. So this week will be a big win for us, getting revenge on Memorial as well.
Has there been anything in specific that you guys have seen on film that you think you can exploit, maybe on defense or even, talking to the offensive guys?
Really, I say just taking away their momentum. They have tails, so everything can be shown in film. So I mean, the only thing that I say is, once we stop the run, that's where they'll revolve on. Make them uncomfortable, take away the things that they like to do. So I feel like once we complete that, then you never know where the game might go. And when we build up that momentum, keep going and keep pounding. So I'm looking forward to the game this week.
Well, I know a lot of people are, and it may be the biggest game in Houston you know, for maybe not all of the reasons that you would think. A junior at Heights High School, Brianna Rodriguez, passed away this last weekend at the tragedy at the Astroworld Festival. I know it's been a really rough couple days over there at Heights. What has the community reaction been? How have you guys banded together? I know first day of school back, obviously not what you want to come back to, but what can you say about the whole community coming together in the last few days?
I can start off by saying Heights is a family, so everybody's sticking together. She was a red coat on the team, and everybody at Heights knows the red coat. So being on the football team, those are some of the experiences we look forward to, just supporting one another. So this week has been a great week for support. We're leaning on each other to stay together, and life doesn't get easier. We get more stronger, and this week is going to be for Brianna. We're getting stronger and giving her another week to dance.
Absolutely. And I'm sure it's just crushing, someone that was there every week to support you, support that whole team, to be taken away right before, obviously what would have been a great few years for her and for everyone involved in her life. And on the other side at Memorial High School, a student also passed away. So tell me a little bit about the plans that have been made to honor both of these students at the game on Saturday.
So far, Brianna's favorite colors is pink and white. So, today we had a big pink and white day for Heights as the Heights community. And as well as going towards this game, we will be wearing pink and white and green and white for both students honoring their loss. And, we just plan to stick together. Both schools facing hard times right now, and, it's bigger than life. So when you have two teams that's going through things and going through adversity, you're going to get a good game. You both playing for something. And I feel like, there's no better way to start off a playoff run by, supporting your school, supporting the community, and just playing for what you love.
Absolutely. And, this may be the biggest game of your life, not only from a football aspect, senior season, you never know when it's going to be your last, but also from a community standpoint, just such tragedy on both sides of this game. So what does all of this mean to you, and how have you kind of dealt with maybe a little bit of pressure going into this game?
It means a lot to just represent Heights across my chest. It means the world to me. I wouldn't have picked a better school to go to. When I first heard of Heights, I just thought about the community as itself. And right now, going through this adversity, that's what we are. We're a community, we're a family. So going into the week, I'm ready to play for my community, ready to do what's right for Houston. I want to leave my legacy as someone who was supportive, someone who was strong for the community. And, adversity, it happens in life, but Heights Bulldogs will overcome adversity this week and get that win for Brianna.
Well, DeMone, you have represented Heights incredibly for the last few years. I appreciate having you on. I know, like I said, this has been a really tough week. I wish you the best of luck on Saturday, and hopefully we get to talk soon.
Thank you, man. Go Bulldogs. Do it for Brianna.